Writing. I think it was something different for network TV, and I thought it was a very cool genre that ABC really hasn't touched yet in terms of the sort of horror aspect. And I read the script and really loved the part and loved the people involved. And then I found out Terry was attached. I'm like, holy shit, Catherine Frost is in it. I'm in. And was really sort of pleasantly surprised at how great and how well everybody worked together, and from the cinematography on the show and the director, it's sort of really lucked out.
Absolutely. One of the things that, not to make this comparison, but it's inevitable, we're coming off a haunted house story with American Horror Story last year, and one of the things that the creators and the writers talked a lot about was they needed to continue to come up with reasons why these people don't just leave this house.
Of course.
So, I mean, talk to me a little bit about how your show handles that.
Well, that we unfortunately don't know. We're literally a pilot in, but that is something that we brought up during the pilot.
Yeah.
Like, at what point we don't want to make these characters look stupid.
Right.
Like hanging in for too long. Like, she comes home and I'm crucified in the front door. I'd be like, I think everything's fine. I'll go do the dishes. I mean, there's a certain point where I think the characters, figure out what's going on, and then, which brilliantly the writers are already addressed to us. I can't give anything away, but that is something that, they will probably try and leave at some point. But I'm sure other forces may keep them there.
How else do you make them stay?
Yeah, I think it's sort of either or, and the best part is after the pilot, myself included, there's so many questions, and I think that's the best thing about a pilot is you want to see more, you want to see what happens, and I'm very curious to see the character's path and how they try and get out and what keeps them there. So, like I said, I'm a sort of fan first, and we've cornered David Wilcox and Matt Miller, Rachel and I, and have said, give us answers, and they said no. So that's basically where we stand on that. Yes, I think that was definitely something that I was attracted to, and I was very lucky and happy that I got to smile in the pilot, and not have drama upon drama upon drama, put on my shoulders. And like I said, I really was attracted to the material and the genre, and I think. Obviously the network and the studio are behind it. We've got a great time slot on Sunday nights at 10. Good luck for me, guys. So fingers crossed.
Do you believe in the supernatural? And
yeah, absolutely. To a certain extent. I mean, I'm not going home and burning sage every day, but I think I've definitely had a few experiences in my life where, like, okay, that was a little weird. Toilets flushing on their own. I mean, I know my own gas problem, but I wasn't anywhere near it. I do. I think there's got to be something else or somewhere else. We just don't know what the hell that is.
Have you ever been to a haunted house then?
What's up?
Have you ever been in?
Yeah, no, I think the last two places I've been in, there's something going on. I was actually a month ago. I was with my wife in bed. It was dark. It was nighttime, and shut the lights off, watching TV, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the lights turned on. And I was like, oh, that's weird. I was trying to be the man. She's freaking out. I'm like, oh, it's cool. It's like a breaker or something. And I walked over and the switch was actually turned on. That was a little much for me. That's where I was like, Dave's going to go make a little pee-pee in the bathroom. So...
Are you still there?
Yeah. But, I do. I think there's something else out there. I don't know what that is, but yeah.
Now that house is open, is there any chance that your wife might get the car on this?
I don't want to say no, but you never know. I mean, I think we were very lucky to get to work together, brothers and sisters, right after we got married, and I'm sure there's plenty of opportunities on this. I mean, they seem to be killing people off pretty quickly. So if she wants to come, I was like, as long as it's not me. As long as if she wants to come in and do something, I mean, I'm sure they would welcome that. But she's coming off house and sort of on to the next for her. So.
Could you describe your characters in your show?
Sure, absolutely. From what we know, from what I know, Henry and Jane are this couple from the Midwest, and I think he's incredibly ambitious, and that's why they decide to make the move to New York. And he's a lawyer, and I think ultimately we'll probably end up seeing Henry working with Gavin at some point, which would be pretty exciting. And again, it's sort of an open book, and we're ready to see what's going to happen and who's going to work with who, and is she going to be evil, or am I going to be evil, or are they evil? I mean, there's sort of a lot of questions.
So, with that character in mind, how do you think, not knowing necessarily, how do you think he might turn evil? Like, what would get him?
I think, ambition. I think, and that's the whole sort of premise is what would you give to live your dreams? And, I think, obviously, Henry's this sort of moral Boy Scout in the pilot and so on. So we'll see where, at some point, he might have to make a decision where, maybe he's breaking his own rules a little bit.
All four of you actually are coming off other ABC series in one way or another.
I don't think that was too much of an accident. Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to say. What is it about the shows that ABC is making, or the ones that they get behind, that you feel you respond to? Not what shows in particular, but what is it about the shows they're putting out there that makes you like being a part of that family?
Oh, well, I mean, listen, I was extremely fortunate on Brothers and Sisters, and obviously the network was great to us, and was fortunate enough to get a call from them after the show was over that they, would like to keep working with me, and then obviously this came across, the pond, and it's a no-brainer. I mean, they really are great. I think ABC is a great company to work for. It's Disney. I got tickets to Disneyland, guys. Took the parents. Hope they get a bigger Christmas gift this year. But it's really sort of a special family, and obviously, with Warner Brothers, I've known Peter Roth for a long time. He gave me my first job, and we've stayed in touch, and so now I get to be part of that family, which is very exciting.
The show on the website says it's like sexy and seductive. How saucy do you think it can get?
Well, I'm doing push-ups out there right before I came in, so I don't know. That's actually, there are definitely some sort of sexy moments which are incredibly uncomfortable for my sisters to watch after receiving that phone call. But I think that's part of the show is the sort of sexiness and the seduction and being seduced by Terry and Vanessa with their charm, and I think that's why they're so perfectly cast, is because who wouldn't fall in love with these two characters, So, it's ABC. I don't think they can show too much, Kiss, kiss, cut. That's what it is. So,
are you literally though? If you have to have like a top-off scene,
no, listen. I panic. Are you kidding me? I'm like, I'm no one of the Hemsworth boys. I like to say the show doesn't like me to get too big. That's keeping a Joe America over here.
It's on them. It's their.
Yeah, it's on them. It's on them.
Terry's character said, "This is how we get Henry." Do you know?
This is how what?
This is how we get Henry in the pilot. Do you know what that connection is?
No, I don't. That's what is, like I said before, it's sort of so exciting. Is why are they going after me?
Right.
Like, does he kill me? I keep asking that. They're like, no, Dave, you'll be fine for the first episode. We'll see. You're on a trial by basis, but no. So I am very excited. I think politics could be in the horizon, or maybe he's using me to sort of persuade the city in some way. I mean, there's really a lot of avenues that can go.
It's like a puppeteer.
Yeah, it could be like, and it is sort of similar to Devil's Advocate in that aspect. I think the sort of young protege and to Terry O'Quinn, right? Little devil child, yeah, I hope it's him that's pregnant, not me. But maybe, yeah, we actually did, that's sort of another one of those conversations that have been brought up, and maybe that's why we are there, is, to have the baby. Who knows? Yeah, come on, guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Guys, thank you so much. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Cheers. Don't hit delete yet. Okay, wait till I don't know what to say. Okay, all right, thank you. Oh, so it's perfect. Thanks, guys.
Makes it easier.